Imagine you're a 5-inch long damselfish. You spend your time on the coral reef grazing for algae or up in the water column feeding on plankton. When it comes time to make babies, you clear space for a nest down on the rock, and your partner comes and lays eggs. If this is you, what's the most dangerous fish in the ocean? Meet the saddle wrasse. Normally, when you see a saddle wrasse, they're swimming over the sand or foraging for small worms or invertebrates on the reef. They're hardly what you would consider to be a dangerous fish. But when the damselfish lay their eggs, it's a completely different story. These damselfish from the genus Abudeftef are territorial. The males clear a nest area and attract females who lay mats of purple eggs inside their territory. The males will fertilize the eggs and will tend to them by aerating them and defending their nest from predators. When the would-be egg predator is something like a lone butterfly fish, the damsel is generally able to run it off. But when a school of saddle wrasses discovers one of these nests, the story changes. While we were watching the nesting behavior of these damselfish, we started to notice a swirling school of saddle wrasses gathering above the reef. As more and more wrasses joined the school, they began to descend down the reef towards the damselfish nests. You could see that the damsels were beginning to get nervous, and they started to band together in a last-ditch effort to fend off this building school of wrasses. But the number of wrasses finally reached a critical threshold, and they just overwhelmed the damselfish. What followed was a feeding frenzy, with the wrasses just decimating the damselfish nests, eating thousands and thousands of eggs. The saddle wrasse is endemic to Hawaii, meaning that it's found nowhere else in the world. And although they're hard to tell apart, there are actually 2 species of Abudeftef in these images, and one of them is also endemic to Hawaii. The flurry of activity that the wrasses cause attracts the attention of a lot of other species on the reef too. The butterfly fish that weren't able to make it into the nest on their own use the school of wrasses as cover, and they sneak in for a bite to eat. And this moray eel who swam through the nest area is a potential predator to the adult damselfish. To try to get a better sense of the threat that these damselfish were facing, we decided to try to position one of our POV cameras right in a nest area. It was easy to see why the onslaught of wrasses and butterfly fish would drive the damselfish away from his nest. The wrasses don't scrape the wall completely free of eggs. Although they do remove a lot, they move on once the density of eggs is so low that it's not worth their time to try to feed on them anymore. And even though a huge number of eggs are eaten, If each damselfish has 2 eggs grow to be mature adults, then the species will persist.